Hello, this is March Unlimited for this summer special show. Basically, it's an extra series I'm doing during the summertime to I don't know, show off the new order which I managed to get working on my computer, my Hoi4. We'll be playing as Japan. You have now been forcibly brought to Japan. You can now not leave. At least not without paying a ticket. And even then, you most likely don't want to go home. And move that because there's several people who've done it. So, to do world building, the Axis won the World War. Okay, major world building aside, lesser world building. So we are Japan, or in Japanese, for the Japanese Empire, Dai Nippon Teikoku, or the Empire, that's supposed to be an off there, Japan. I don't know, I think Nippon is the actual term for the Japanese in Japanese, so the Japanese Empire. There's the Grobdeutsches Reich. It is not pronounced as Germanisch, it is Deutsch. This game gets it wrong. There are several things wrong with it because it has several different things. Several different alternate histories going at once. There was the Atlanto project, which has now been kicked out. Also, Boris III is still alive, a very major thing. India and Free India, because Azertin means Free India, is two separate countries for some strange reason. Also, Afghanistan invaded, which makes no sense. I mean, yes, there were a bunch of Anglo-Afghan wars that set the border around the normal region, and there were some saying that the Afghans had a claim in Tajikistan, but I don't really see it. Dad says because of cultural differences, but there are almost over 100 different cultures within India, so possibly that. I mean, there's Balochistan, or the Khanate of Kalat, under the Ahmadzi dynasty of Mir Ahmad Yar Khan. But we're not going to talk about these lesser powers, or sadly Italy, because the developers must have a very not positive view of Italy, because somehow they're not a world power that intervenes in things, even though they technically are counted as a world power, and there's choices in the decision tab to intervene in the Levant. I want to say crisis, even though it is a war. Moving forward, there's America dealing with the nightmare that is Nixon in the early 60s. Kennedy is not there, with their puppet of the West Indies Federation, being allied with the British government in Canada, not to be getting with the British government in Britain, or the Irish governments, even though I'm pretty sure whatever separate, and secondly, why aren't they just the same country? It makes no sense. Also, why did Germany give it to Ireland? There are several different things wrong. I get that Italy gains Egypt because they did have a claim on Spitazzo Vitili, which basically the Mediterranean is ours. They included a region, Sudan and Egypt, because they want to connect their colonies. And I get that they would like to have Algeria and the Levant. This is a different alternate history they brought in, where Turkey also helps join the Axis, helping to invade the Soviets, getting themselves, what do you mean, Armenia and parts of Azerbaijan. This was still held to Vichy France, and still, that part is still supposed to be part of Iraq. But moving forward from the inaccuracies, also, why is free French in the Ivory Coast? Also, why isn't the rest of the area France? Unless Iberia, as Franco Spain joined, which, I mean, I get it, but I don't think Franco Spain wanted Portugal. Well, they did have claims that they wanted to gain Morocco, but I don't think they wanted Algeria. Also, I don't think it wanted it to go down into Mauritania. And I get Germany did have claims on colonies, especially around Tanzania and Nambia, but they also had claims on Togo, which seemed to be ignored. Which, I mean, they were applying for an international zone, but that's not the point. The point is, I get this a bit more. Also, if French lost all the colonies, why is there still French in Madagascar? Okay, I'm gonna go on a tirade at this point. Also, French Colombo, not French, Republic of Colombo. I'm pretty sure they should have been part of ours. Okay, so you're asking, when are you going to finish with the tirade? And also, when Azad Hind has been got, there are very many things, I'm going to get into them. Also, because first, Japan, led by Ino Hiroya. Details are in the brownish writing. I am not going through this. There is a lot for me to go through, and I'm annoyed that there are things that this mod doesn't make. That makes no sense. The focuses are, we got the Showa Emperor, Hirohito, the Zaibatsus, which are up to debate, and the legacy of that armies basically getting rubbish. The leading party is the YSK Hoshi Honryu, which doesn't even have, which is cooperative, and that's about it. Oh, here's a full thing. The Yokusan Senji K. Dedicated Fighters. Okay, passing that, we've got the Empire of Manchuria. There's going to be a future update that gives this a focus tree, dealing with partisans in the east, so Outer Manchuria region, which makes sense. More Russians are in Outer Manchuria than in Manchuria, although they were more. Well, I mean, there were a bunch of Russians in Harbin too, but they were flash Russians. Those were communist ones. There's a very big difference. The Kwangtung army, basically our army in their region. Vice of Modernity, basically drug addictions and the very openness of their nation, and that they're basically a puppet, even though this thing doesn't says they are. Led by the Man Zhao Gao Shi Hen Wei. Also is the Chinese version of, or the Manchurian Chinese, technically two separate Chineses, for Concordia Association, which was the leading party in Manchuria, in Imperial Manchuria. Got that right. Next is the Mianzheng United Autonomous Government. Wasn't a warlord regime. It was part of the Republic of China as an autonomous region. Well, I mean, it was independent, then was just merged in. It was more independent rather than part of the nation, and counting it had its own royal family. But I'm not going to get into that one today. Led by the Mongolian Nokro Sergei Koro, which, okay, makes sense counting it's supposed to be, it's more supposed to be in Inner Mongolia, but yeah, I get it. So Mongolian group, yeah, the Saihoku Homegun, led by the Imperial Army of Japan. Alright, I forgot to do the leaders. Asian Goro Puyi, also known as just Puyi, the Guangzhou Emperor, random guy. Prince Demchugdongrub, or Prince D, as another in Chinese. He never actually ruled Mongolia, he ruled these regions here, but that's about it. He was more an Inner Mongolia thing. This is definitely a warlord area, because it was led by warlord Chinese. To be exact, the Xingshi Junfa, or the Xingshi Junta. Junfa is a Chinese version of saying junta, of the Jinshan Administrative Office, led by Fu Zhaoyi, random warlord, probably not very important. Yeah, just an ex-member of the Jin clique. What about them in a poll I'm doing after I've done half of my other video. Moving forward. Yeah, this is China's warlord. Next we got Guao Zongwu and the Gao Pai Kuomintang. So the Kuomintang that wanted to cooperate with the Japanese, mostly a mixture of far-right Kuomintang members and slightly left-wing Kuomintang members. More Japan. The state of Guangdong, led by the Canton Minseifu. Basically, this is so like Kaiserreich's legation cities. This is that, but for the entire region of Guangdong, with the three major cities being Macau, Japanese way of saying Macau, Canton, or in Japanese Kyushu, and Hong Kong, or in Japanese Hong Kong, led by Suzuki Taichi, Tokyo's viceroy. Here. Next, the other warlord state, basically warlord state, led by the Guingji Junta, or Juffa, by Xiao Wei in Guangxi. Not sure if this is the new Guangxi clique or the old Guangxi clique. Most likely the new Guangxi clique, but let's be real. In the Guangzhou province and its Guangzhou clique, we've got He Yingguin and the Guangzhou clique. Funny enough, led by He Yingguin, and is protected by Hunan. Yeah, there's also other factions among them, but we'll just do the leading ones. By the Jingzhou Jianfu, or Zhengjia Hunter. By Liu Han, which is the cousin of God damn it. What was leaders? Oh, I remember the video that was it Longoon. It was a God damn it. The one time I needed I remember it was I knew about this, I forgot it. It was the leader of the, you can see him in the normal game, he was leader of the Yunnan clique. I'm not, you know, I'm gonna get extremely miffed up with myself if I don't do this. Long Yun. He's the cousin of Long Yun. Alright, moving forward. The Empire of Vietnam, led by the Mat Trang Quoc Dan Dang Vietnam. The technocrat part of it, to be exact. Nationalist party, not really much to talk about. We'll eventually get focus straight. Led by Vu Ngoc An, the Kingdom of Lao, or Luang Prua Hao, that's another saying Lao, back in the day. Led by Cao Hai and the Lad Fabad Cao Abai. Dictatorship, I think it is. Kingdom of Kampuche, led by the King of Cambodia and Kampuche, which has should have an entire history video made out of him. The Norodom Ishalak was both the leader of the puppet, was the leader of Cambodia till 2000. He was a member of, when it was a member of government when it was led by the communists. He was the king of it under the French, when it was independent, when it was a puppet state, when the monarchy was restored. He was a king of it for a lot of time. Led by the Sangkun Riester Neyum Siarok Wing. Next, it's not a republic, it's a kingdom. This is one of the things they changed. Originally, this is supposed to be the Kingdom of Thailand, because they never technically changed the name. Because in this mod, somehow Thailand had a revolution. Don't know why, just did. Now it's a republic led by the Kana Ratsadon and Pleek Frunibu Songkran. What happened to the Kingdom of Thailand? They were a famous member of the Axis. The fuck? This entire video is going to be just me ranting, isn't it? Oh god, I hate when I do this. Vidobo ase ayon prima yinsagao, by the actual creator of Burma, actually, the creator of the actual nation of Myanmar, its first president, Aung San, not with Burma, who created it, a puppet state of it. The Azad Hind government, wrong flag, but it's led by Boses, Sutra Chandra Boses, who was Indian. My dad says that they're separate because it's more Bengali. Yes, it's in the region of Bengal, but they are two separate. They are not separate things. Azad Hind was made as a free India movement that was against what's its name? Gandhi, because arguably they had different views, and in this world his views won more than Gandhi, so Gandhi set out a different government, even though his is more legitimate. You got Kanwai Singh in Bhutan, because the Azad Hind destroyed the Bhutanese for some dumb reason, led by Azad Hind Fauj. Fauj is not Bhutan. The All Indian Forward Bloc Super his wing that took over there. Okay. Wait, we got this. This isn't part of a faction yet, but it will do. 25th Army's headquarters in Shonan, Malaysia, led by Yamamoto Moichiro. The Second Philippine Republic, led by the Kapisanan Mapilikagog Sabalong Perpalnas parliamentary faction. What am I gonna do for it? You know what? Since this is a summer special and I honestly do not care, I will do this video for an hour, or at least how long I will till tea's ready. Most likely within an hour, but well, not within an hour. But no, moving on. The 37th Army headquarters in North Borneo. If it's really Asian, it should be North Kameltan, because that's the more Asian way of saying it, or Sarawak. Also, this region should have gone to the Philippines. They've been claiming it for ages. Anyway, it's led by Baba Masao. Next is the Republic of Indonesia. This was actually very much a planned puppet state. Republic of Indonesia itself only came into being because of the Japanese invading it. The Committee for the Independence of Indonesia was created by the Japanese, although it didn't claim West Papua. Also, why did the Japanese have East Papua? That makes no sense. Either way, they both were led by Sukarno and the Party Nasional Indonesia Permadanian Nasional. And other than for Hawaii, with Honolulu now called Toku, and the ports in San Francisco called Kuakao and Fuko. Nice music. Also, I need to mention the all-Russian government in Amur. The thing won't tell you that, but it's technically called by the Rossiyskaya Fascistskaya Partia, or the Russian Fascist Party, by Konstantin Rozhetsky. Technically a member, should have been counted as part of the faction. Is not. Don't know why. It should have been, but it's not. Okay, so our first intervention is going to be after the dealing of the yeah, the Hawaiian Missile Crisis, Cuban Missile Crisis, but instead of Cuba, it's Hawaii. We have to intervene in the Malaysian Civil War, basically the Vietnam War, in Malaysia against the United Malaysian Anti-Japanese Forces, and I've already said these guys. If our best options are to get it to a standstill long enough that these guys straight up just collapse, and they are their own thing and we are our own thing, two separate nations basically, or we conquer them and there's one true Malaysia. And we got to do it very quickly because within a few months French Madagascar implodes and the rebels in the Philippines, led by the Free Philippine Republic, even though they are, I'm pretty sure they're not technically even legitimate. These guys are literally legitimate. The first Philippine government, first Philippine president even supported this, so none of these other people have the right to be the Philippines either way. This one there's the communist wants the oil-free, I think, Socialist Republic. I don't know what the R stands for. We'll find out soon enough. But these on garrison duty because arguably it's better than the alternative. Also, I don't know why they added the Viet Minh. I mean, they did exist, but they don't really do anything that I know of. Also, I did see one time when what happens if the Chinese government crush if the Pacification Army takes over Yunnan and Guangzhou when they merge, if they merge, comes a different a reconstructive area and later merges with the central government. So, interesting fact to know. Also, that's Qingdao, that's Wei. So, Qingdao. That's the German way of saying it. Okay, the German way of saying it has a T in it. Qingdao. Well, in Chinese, it should be pronounced more like Qingdao. Also, these are Japanese names for some regions. So, the colonization of Korea still continues. I'm not calling it an occupation. It was not an occupation, and it was a rightful conquest and annexation. You could also say that about Chechnya, because most people nowadays call it that it's occupied, even though it's technically been conquered. Well, it's really an up to debate thing if you can call something occupied or conquered. If something was conquered then later been freed, is that really an occupation? Counting Poland was conquered many a times, each time saying it's a occupation, even though it was literally partitioned. Also, San Kalin's actual name is in Japanese is Karafutu. So really it's up to debate if you can call something occupied and conquered. Also, the Aleutians are ours, by the way. The only actual land the Japanese actually occupied. It also was famous when the Canadians and Americans tried to invade it and shot themselves to death. I like this music. Very joyful. You always have to check for the small islands. Oh yeah, also Colombia's in another civil war. This time as in fascists. Also, Aung San is also famously named for the father of the Tamandao, also known as the Burmese military. Also, Bengal only exchanges to this small region around here. Farthest it goes up is round here to here. Farthest east Chikanoya, farthest west maybe Kanagabar. Even then there are different ethnic groups within that. There's Batanis. This is definitely not part of the Bengal because this is a region full of our highs and Odias. So those are separate. So this shouldn't even exist. So why did they even take Bhutan? Bhutan didn't really do anything. Also, why didn't Japan just didn't make like a puppet state up here, led by the Russians? It's more likely they would, counting they wanted to get rid of the communists, especially in the Pacific Fleet, if that's so. Why don't we go up to Vladivostok, or in this world, Uragio? I mean, it makes no real sense. I mean, I get the Japanese were desperate, but if the Americans already surrendered and the Russians were collapsing, I mean, just sending more troops around, making sure Chukotia is fully under their control is not really a big thing to miss out. Not really a big thing to not miss out, counting it also puts them a stronger advantage to threaten the Americans, whose land of Alaska is like right next door in some cases. Oh yeah, there is a place that going to pierce here. Reports from the Empire. Forging of reports is not easy to take, but it was a necessary step to ensure or continue economic dominance in the Far East. Somehow not including the North Far East, even though it should be a part of it. Now we finish it, it is time to release it to the government and find a way to improve the economy even further. Our situation may be excellent, but we cannot afford to rest on our laurels and leave initiative for our enemies. Also, the 1962 physical report. First Emperor of free invasion relations to Asia, with prosperity and harmony after a victory of the East Asian War. Together we make economy in the world most harmonious by far with Europe. I think a guiding hand of things, but only get better. The great nations as we progress further, and the 27th Japanese history, as long as our might continues to grow, Japan has no one to fear. dealing with the economic stuff because I don't know how to use it. Stuff be sought out by oneself. I bet. Read this if you wish, I'm not. Yeah, Cold War. Why missile crisis ongoing? End with a draw. Somehow. Oh. The Italians aren't even on this, which they should be, but sadly they're not. Yeah. This is everyone in our economic sphere. Don't. Now I can do. Oh, first. So that's basically everything I want to talk about. Speaking of which, we need to deal with our foreign policy, to be exact. The Malaysian Civil War. One of the most problematic colonies. Consider something to do with British. I know, read it if you want, I'm not being bothered to. Send some air troops. Which bus? So the Chia and Sudan are they're slightly bonus in jungle, which most of Malaysia is jungle, if it's you can see. These guys are much worse in jungle. Much worse in jungle. Alright, we're looking for some Hoi4 Sudan. Some Tiashin Sudan. Maybe some Rengoku Tokubetsu Rik. Riku Seite. And some Kone Sudan. You two lads. Yeah, this I've been getting this glitch where the volunteer acceptance screen is now plastered onto here. So that Fast Card has been operational now. At least they got rid of roof screen. Thanks. Developers, please fix this. Although I can't fix why my thing keeps on. I think I'm not pressing it hard enough. There you go, that's gone. Send in the troops. What's the right plans on the moon? Authorize the bombings. I can. Spears nominated as successor. Also, my loading is getting extremely slow for some reason. Get you and put you here. That's done. Let me guess. Show the public. Our work job people in my scholars testing rumors according pending economic crisis and those rumors are correct. There's an entire thing where it talks about the economy collapsing. More guns to our allies. Yeah, sir. Okay. Oh yeah, these guys randomly spawn troops in the middle of nowhere. I don't get why. What kind of mechanic? If they're allowed to do it, why can't we? Some. Come on, let me show me some. Fighters shipped. Oh my god. They're finally getting rid of that guy. Let's go. Here are the targets we need to get is Taiping and Bukit Mertejan. Wait a second, where's the second guy? Oh, right here. Chinese economy still struggles. Come on, collapse. My controller on my PS4 is now dead. There's been a brawl in Vladivostok. Oh yeah, Fidel Castro still takes over Cuba for some dumb reason. So India's just alright. The Dankai Ian Neo V by Nyok Dim Dai took over. Following the failed Operation Yongo against the Viet Minh, this guy took over government because they collapsed. And they have strange ideologies. That's done. How is our economy doing? Probably fine, but we cannot rely on subjective feelings. Social formats, we need cold, hard numbers, yada 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 yada. Everyone gets stability, and administration efficiency improves. Not sure if that's important, it just is. Please stop reinforcing so I can kill you. No, go. Why are you going there? Go here. What's the matter? Okay, there's a what? It's a river crossing, but oh yeah, this entire province that we're trying to capture is over a river. However, it's hardest to offense regions. We also need to get IPO. Oh, they're doing a counteroffensive. Hey, these guys brought in more troops. I need to do stuff. Spider more guns. Right. Extra guy goes onto this. You go into here. And I do not care where you go. The auto-saving, thank you. 6 minutes to the end of the video. Oh, come on, kill these people already. Oh, you gotta be joking. Look, get over there. Take the capital. Damn it, I'm reinforcing, god damn it. God damn it. Could have had it done quickly. Should continue prosperity. Come on. So this way just goes here. So this way is going to be a draw. And the auto saves bugs my entire computer. Give them more guns. It's better than meeting with the generals. All we get is some slight boost to command power. Like how you reinforce? The National Progressive Party, or the Patzakauna, the battle for the legacy of Prince Petrus favored the late Prince as national brother Sarah from national front. That guy's the Prince. So we get a bridgehead out. Thankfully the Americans haven't get involved yet. And we managed to cross the river. Thank the gods. If there are any, it is true. Maybe we actually could win this. Sabotage. Come on, more people jump. Come on, we're winning, we're winning. Everyone, if we all push, we can take the capitals. Also, Croatia's going through a communist revolution. Not important. Neither are you, neither are you. You can pause it and watch it, damn it. Don't know why I pressed, do not care. More support. Good. E. There you go. Damn it, it failed. Need to restore. We're pushing, please work. This is I'm working well and going mad. Oh, goddamn, oh, safe. Oh, we're over the hour. Wait. Well, the internet's not doing its job. You know, I've always did attrition, but I don't do it off feds. Well, that was the hour and an extra minute. So, see you next time, and I hope I kill these damn insurgents in Malaysia. Also, I didn't do that. So, I'm going to take off this. See you next time. Hope to see you then. This is the 1 hour starter of the summer series of Hoi4. The other series is still going to go on until I finish it. And even at the war's end, Mumbai will always be Bombay. Calcutta will never be called Kolkata. I still don't know why it's called New Delhi. Shouldn't it just be Delhi? Anyway, I'll see you then. See you later. This is Moto Limited signing out.